Hello, it's Monica Dubé with Heal Your Mind, Heal Your Life Transformation Program. I'm doing Lesson 43, God is my source, I cannot see apart from Him, from A Course in Miracles. The reason I love this lesson is that it helps to distinguish between perception and knowledge. And the reason that that's important is that your perception is always giving you false ideas about yourself. But the knowledge of who you are, as God sees you, and as you can choose to see yourself, is completely different from your own perception of yourself. So all your false ideas and all your judgments and all of your memories about things that happen to you, where you still feel guilty for, is the realm of perception, and none of it is really true. So what's great about this is that you get to see that you have a choice in what you want to think. And your thoughts create your reality and your experience here on earth. So you might as well decide that you do want to see as God sees you. I'm going to get into it a little bit in the beginning. It's very interesting how he brings the Holy Spirit into this lesson, because the Holy Spirit helps you to mediate between the two worlds, between your perception and what's really true. And without that, we would not have been able to find our way back to the truth of who we are. So it's what I think of the Holy Spirit as is like a corrective device that changes your thoughts for you and adjusts them for you and releases the mistaken thoughts of fear and guilt and suffering. And it's a force within you. It is a power. It is a tachyon field of energy. That's what the Holy Spirit is. And it knows exactly how to heal you. If you let it. You know, it's actually something within your own mind, so you don't have to go seeking for it outside of yourself. It is you. So I'm going to just read the first paragraph because it's so powerful. God is my source. I cannot see apart from Him. Perception is not an attribute of God. His is the realm of knowledge. Yet He has created the Holy Spirit as the mediator between perception and knowledge. Without this link with God, perception would have replaced knowledge forever in your minds. So thank God we have the Holy Spirit, because without that link, we could not have reached back to God in the sense that we would not have been willing to recognize that we were mistaken about ourselves from the very beginning, from the very moment where we thought up an idea of separation and took it seriously and forgot to laugh. We now see that we have the choice between that world of perception and the truth. And that the reason that we can tell that is because we have this mediator, we have this Holy Spirit in our mind that shifts our perception out of fear whenever we enter into it. And that's so wonderful. With this link with God, perception will become so changed and purified that it will lead to knowledge. That is its function as the Holy Spirit sees it. Therefore, that is its function in truth. So the Holy Spirit has the perception of this being an illusion and that you're making it up and that you're dreaming a dream of separation. But he knows the truth. And I say he, it's not really a he, but it's an energy of knowledge that you have within you. And when you see it, you can call upon that power within you. I think of it too as my highest self that already knows what I am and who I am. And that part of me, or me, that real me, knows everything about what I need, what I have learned from past lives, what I will learn in my future lives, what my purpose is on earth. It knows everything I need to know. It's intelligent, right? It's my link with the Creator. And so until I see that, until I experience myself as that self, I'm still in perception and I still have work to do. And that's the work of A Course in Miracles. That's why we have the workbook. So in God you cannot see. Perception has no function in God and does not exist. Yet in salvation, which is the undoing of what never was, perception has a mighty purpose. Right? We can use our perception to come home, to bring us home to the truth. Made by the Son of God for an unholy purpose, it must become the means for the restoration of His holiness to His awareness. So it's like choosing to recognize that you're holy, that you are as God created you, that you're not a body, that you're free. All of this becomes, the basis of and the foundation of the teaching of A Course in Miracles that brings us to the truth of who we are. So this is one beautiful understanding of it, and it points out really clearly what the role of the Holy Spirit is in this endeavor. Perception has no meaning, yet does the Holy Spirit give it a meaning very close to God's. Okay, He'll take your perception and turn it to a true perception so that you accept that you are never separate and that you are in the mind of God. So the next few lessons are going to be all about that. Healed perception becomes the means by which the Son of God forgives his brother and thus forgives himself. So isn't that wonderful? It's like seeing that you can get really angry with someone and then suddenly go, oh, I don't want that. I really would like to feel happy right now, and I chose to be angry. So I can choose not to. I can choose to forgive immediately. It's like the 10th step of the 12-step program where you take an inventory every night and you look at it and go, oh, am I holding a grievance before I go to sleep? And if I am, I've got to make an amend, with myself and perhaps with someone that you spoke to that day. Like, it's a very practical, purposeful course that will free you and completely helps you to change your mind in any given moment that you choose to. Okay, so you cannot see apart from God because you cannot be apart from God. Isn't that great? Whatever you do in Him, because whatever you think with His mind. Here's the key, is that any thought you think, you're still thinking with the mind of God. And wouldn't you like to think thoughts that are happy and freeing rather than thoughts that bind you or condemn you or bring you suffering? We're always looking at that. We're always looking at the fact that I have a choice. I have the power of decision in my own mind to choose what I'm going to experience, and I choose to be free. So I hope that's true for you too. All right. The Holy Spirit's purpose then is to free you. Let's see where I am. You cannot see apart from God because you cannot be apart from God. So whatever you do in Him, or in that light, because whatever you think with His mind. If vision is real, vision meaning the vision of you being completely healed of all this, and holy, and back in heaven, and in a state of grace and freedom, is real. It's real. It's real to the extent to which it shares the Holy Spirit's purpose, right, which is to free you from the dream. Then you cannot see apart from God, right? I cannot see apart from Him. It's impossible, because the apart from Him is illusory, and it's not seeing at all. It's misperceiving. So I don't call, we call it not seeing, or seeing what's not there, right? Lesson 6, I'm afraid because I see something that's not there. This explains that. Like, why? How can I see something that's not there every day, But it is. It's your perception that it's not really there. You're making it up. That's when you see that you have power. Oh my God, I have the power to condemn myself and be completely unhappy and suffer with depression and anxiety and all that other stuff, or not, right? That's always your choice. This God is my source. I cannot see even the objects in the room. I cannot see this table apart from Him. I cannot see that lake without Him. I cannot see these beautiful curtains without Him. I cannot see this body without Him. I cannot see anything without God, because God is the mind with which I am perceiving and seeing everything. So don't I want to see it the way He does? I do. Why? Because if I see through the eyes of total love and forgiveness for everything I've ever thought that's separate from God, then I can live my life in a free, happy, joyful state where I'm not in conflict with myself anymore. Because I promise you, every time you have a conflict with someone else, it's something that you're hiding from yourself, something you don't like about you. And when you get to the bottom of that, you recognize that that's not that much fun. I can stop doing that. I can stop condemning myself. And I want to see through God's eyes. I want to see through the eyes of forgiveness. I want to see the world as blessed. I want to see the world that can show me myself and who I really am. And I see my own thoughts, which are like God's. If your thoughts are like God's, you're going to be free. You're going to feel the peace of God in your mind every moment. Wouldn't that be nice? Right? So if you find your mind wandering, you begin to be aware of thoughts which are clearly out of accord with today's idea, or if you seem to be unable to think of anything, open your eyes and repeat. The first phase, which is to see the objects in your room and state to yourself, I cannot see, what is it? I need to go back. I cannot see apart from him. God is my source. I cannot see that apart from him. I cannot see the couch apart from him. I cannot see anything around me, the television, the carpet, this beautiful camp, my brother's camp. I cannot see this apart from God. I feel the harmony of the entirety of this place, but not just the place. I feel it because I feel it within myself. And it's really nice. It gives me such a wonderful reflection of the truth when you're near a body of water and when you're in a state of peace where you can come home to yourself. And I'm so appreciative of this because I spent, my childhood here, and I get to come back and experience it again. Having lived a full life and come back and now starting over, it just feels amazing to start a new chapter of my life in the same surroundings, with my family around me. And it's really lovely. So God is my source, and I cannot see you apart from him. This is if you have conflict with someone else that you think is separate from you, right? And you think you could be in conflict with them. They push your buttons, they say. But really, it's just a question of how do you want to perceive that brother? How do you want to see that sister? Do you want to know that you're one with them? Or do you want to feel that separation? That's always a choice. So God is my source. I cannot see you apart from him. Just say that silently to yourself. If you feel yourself go into any kind of conflict with anyone today, or if there's a situation, right? Use this application. God is my source. I cannot see this situation apart from him. It's very simple, but these are 3 really wonderful ways to apply this lesson today, right? If you don't think of anything specific, then just say, God is my source. I cannot see apart from him. But if you do, throughout the day, feel situations come up and you get worried or you get concerned or angry or guilty, just notice it and say this to yourself. God is my source. I cannot see this apart from him. And just let go. Just release. Because that's all you're asked to do in any given moment is have a release. Have a release of your mind, That's it. That's the course. That's how it works. So if you're interested in anything else that I can offer you, I would just be really thrilled to have you comment and share the video. And also, if you want to look at my website, it's healyourmindhealyourlife.com. And I do help people privately, and I help people to awaken to the truth of who they are through coaching. So I really hope that you'll do this lesson today. Truly apply it in any situation in which you find yourself that is causing you any conflict at all. God is your source, and you can't see apart from him. Thanks for being here. Have a great day. Bye.